I'm Jordan Carmesino, and today I'm doing my speech on abortion. From the very beginning of abortion, it was never a black and white issue. Activists today try to make it one and only end up causing more and more controversy and trouble for both pro-life and pro-choice supporters. People need to realize and understand that abortion is an extremely grave problem that needs to be handled in compromise. No one knows the situation each woman is in when she is considering going through with an abortion. Therefore, until we put ourselves in her shoes, we cannot make her decision, but only give her limitations. All throughout my years of schooling, abortion has always been a topic I've been interested in and often written about. I used to think that it was a black and white until I did my own research. Realistically, abortion is a widespread issue among the world today, and in all seriousness, either completely allowing or completely omitting abortion is not in our world's future. A simple compromise or common ground is the only answer. There are good and bad things that come out of abortion, like mental illnesses and knowing that you have terminated a child, but also some good things, like saving the life of the potential mother or saving the unborn child from living a life of struggle and pain. Limitations, the child having a real heartbeat, and setting possible restrictions before and after therapy sessions are also things to consider when coming to a compromise. When setting limitations, a time limit is a great place to start. Officials could make the cutoff for abortion before the fetus has a heartbeat and brain activity to help eliminate a lot of mental issues women often have after getting an abortion. Francis J. Beckwith, in his article, Infant Brain Development, Beginning of Brain Development, writes about a bioethicist named Barrick Brody, who is knowledgeable about when a fetus begins life in the early stages of pregnancy. Beckwith states some bioethicists, such as Barrick Brody, believe that full humanness begins when the brain starts functioning, which can first be detected by the EEG at about 40 to 43 days after conception. Brody believes that a fetus becomes a child when the brain starts functioning. This usually occurs within 4.5 weeks of the pregnancy. There is also an ongoing debate about the heartbeat of the fetus. Deciding whether or not this rules out the fetus of being an actual child or still in development could make a huge difference. To agree with this statement, in Ashland, Ohio, women from the Ashland Healthcare Center proposed a heartbeat bill to the House and the Senate of Ohio. When the center went for their court appearance, they brought 2 pregnant women, 9 and 15 weeks into pregnancy, and a portable ultrasound monitor. The nurse from the center monitored both women to allow each judge to see the heartbeat of the 2 children in the womb. The woman at 9 weeks showed her child, who already had his toes and fingers. Of course, both women showed their wombs with the developing baby and its heartbeat. This demonstration was an eye-opener to many of the judges who had no idea about when the development in the womb. The Republican statement shows that most people aren't even educated on the topic, but still choose their side. Knowing when the heartbeat begins to start pumping is a great starting point in limiting the abortion time constraints with having an abortion. This time limit could help eliminate many problems in women mentally after the abortion because they won't be stuck with the thought of knowing they have killed their own child. Because many women often have issues after an abortion procedure is done, they should go through some type of counseling to prevent them, to help them get through the time of mourning in a proper way. This would allow the patients to eliminate the occurrence of suicide and depression. Counseling can help a woman in many ways and help her through all the problems she faces after having gone through an abortion. Spiritually and mentally, a counselor will be able to give a lot of advice, encouragement, and be used as a listener for a woman who needs someone to talk to about the reasons and issues the woman had before and after the abortion. Doing this will hopefully help each woman who has an abortion regain their life back. To help clear up the abortion issue and finally get to a stopping point with the debates and arguments, officials should create a bill that forms a compromise or common ground on the issue. And, as an average person living in this world, You can give your voice and be there for others who have gone or are going through an abortion. Having a bill would create a way for women in dire situations to do what she really needs to do, but with limitations. Abortion should be allowed in any medical facility to allow a patient-to-doctor relationship. There must also be a time limit on abortion, where women can achieve only one if she has been pregnant for X amount of weeks. With having a time limitation, many mental problems after the abortion could be canceled out. Women should have to go through some type of counseling after the abortion to ensure she is in a good place mentally and spiritually. Lastly, abortion should have to be approved through a board to ensure that the limitations are followed. People have to remember, every situation is different, and until you place yourself in her shoes, a decision can't be made for her.